Jack picked up a burning piece of charcoal without hesitation and shoved it into the machine on his arm to tighten the blood flow. He then used a nail gun to attach steel plates to his body, followed by tightening a belt around his neck. Finally, he activated the machine to lift himself up. The truth was, Jack had been bitten by a zombie. Once the virus entered his brain, he would turn into a zombie and eventually die. Fortunately, Jack had managed to stop the flow of blood just in time, preventing the virus from reaching his brain. This was a time when zombies roamed the earth. People referred to them as cabane, creatures that attacked in hordes. A single bite from them would quickly turn an ordinary human into a cabane as well. Because of this, many people chose to commit suicide after being bitten. Cabane had a steel-like membrane around their hearts, making them immune to regular firearms. To defend against the overwhelming number of cabanes, cities built high walls. Transportation of goods between cities relied on heavily armored steel trains. However, these trains were not completely safe. The cabane had immense strength and could potentially breach the train. Thus, every time the train arrived at a city, all passengers had to strip naked for a thorough inspection, and the train would undergo a complete sanitation process. One day, a little girl disembarked from the train without permission. A samurai tried to stop her for an inspection, but the city lord intervened, declaring that she was a special guest and did not require such checks. He even bowed to her in apology. The people around them started gossiping, and at that moment, a man, naked and panicked, rushed out of the train. He shouted that he hadn't been bitten, but he had a wound on his body. The samurai immediately raised their guns and surrounded him, preparing to shoot. Seeing this, Jack rushed forward to stop them. He noticed that the man didn't have any cabane bite marks. However, no one believed a mere steam worker like Jack. The leader immediately knocked Jack aside and beat him mercilessly. During the beating, the pieces of cabane flesh Jack had been collecting for research purposes fell to the ground. This led the surrounding people to believe that Jack was also a cabane. They quickly aimed their guns at him.